Hear that is, you want to do that again, please? Because when she comes back, okay, she arches back, and when she comes forward, she wants to come down, as much spring off that front leg as possible. All of her weight there so that she can explode forward, because you only get that one try. They don't give you like false starts and stuff like that to come back and do it over and over and over again. That 300-meter goes, and once you get off there, you must go and find your line and go.
If you have a bad start, we'll just keep going too. We don't think you had a bad start because you're done. So as soon as you start it, if you stumble, just keep it going because that's all you got anyway. You're done if you stop. So you might as well get a bad step off that line or slip, keep it going because that's all there is.
How many of you guys are sitting there going, that is the stupidest start I've ever seen in my life. Why do we have to do it that way? First time I saw it, that's what I thought. I'm going to explain it to you, okay? When you're skating against the clock, you have to try to build up as much momentum as you can before you leave the line. The difference is this. If you don't do a start like this that allows you to get momentum, it would be like throwing the ball like this. Versus doing the start the way we're talking about, throwing the ball like this. If that is our wind-up, okay? When we do that rock backward motion, okay? This is our wind-up, just like winding up a ball. That's what we're doing. You're making your body bring all the way back and then throwing it forward just like you're throwing a ball. Okay? That's why we teach this start. That's what makes the start successful. Okay? Again, I want to reiterate another thing that Buggy said. It's not important to go fast until you're leaving the line. 20 seconds is an eternity at this line. You can go up to the line, get set up, be uncomfortable, step back for a second, go back up and redo your motions again. You have all the time in the world to do this start. It's not important to go fast until that motion is going forward and you're leaving the line. Biggest mistake we see people make, and you will see this, at Outdoor National, you'll see somebody come to the line, they'll go. You don't need to do that. You have all the time in the world. We're going to talk about the steps and give them names. Come on up and face this direction this time. She's going to go through her steps. I'll tell you what I call them. Jeff can name them whatever he names them. First step we call is 45. Okay? That's when you just come up to the line, you get yourself ready, you set your skates in position. That's 45. The next step that I use is called balance. When I have my skaters get into balance, I want them to get a good knee bend. I want them to make sure that they're in a comfortable position with that front foot that they're going to have to stand on. The next thing that we do is step back. When we step back, she needs to make sure she steps back far enough that she has something to come back and rock on. If she doesn't step back far enough, she has nowhere to build momentum from. Okay? This is one of the uncomfortable positions of stepping back. The next step is rock back. When she's coming back, she's still not in a hurry yet. Okay? She's trying to get all of her body weight towards his back leg so that she can start to bring it forward. All right? Notice, hips and shoulders are straight. The mistake people make when they come back is twisting. Okay? Your race is going that way. If your body's pointing this way, a lot of times you come off the line and go the wrong direction. Okay? Keep her shoulders forward. Now, the next step is called load and explode. She's going to bring all of her body weight forward, load this front leg so that she has something to explode off of. Okay? Those are the steps that I use. Jeff?
I use the exact same one.
That was easy.
Actually, they were written for me.
All right? So I think that's the next step is let's get everybody up. Go ahead and push all your chairs. That's one of the biggest problems leaving the line. A lot of people just don't get right into their arm swing. The first couple steps, you see them kind of hesitate with their arms. They didn't get into rhythm right away. So while you're practicing this at home, try a couple different things with your arms until you can get a good smooth transition to your arm swing. Okay? We'll let the demonstrators demonstrate again while I talk about it, and then we'll get everybody to try it. Another thing that Johnny just mentioned a couple seconds ago too. Another question people have when they come up to the line, they're like, well, how exactly do I put my foot up in the line? Johnny said the way that he explains it to people is go up to the line, and kind of, just like you're getting ready to go down to your down start, get in about the same position, but make your 45-degree tee out. Okay? That's the positioning you're looking for. if you're having a problem with your foot too straight on the line and it's rolling back and forth, turn your whole stance over a little bit. Don't just move one foot. You can turn the whole stance over a little bit so that you have more leverage. Okay? Most important part of the start is your front foot cannot move backward. When you rock back, if you pull your front foot backward, that's a false start, and they will make you restart. Okay? The rule says the first motion must be a forward motion. Okay. Demonstrators. Start with 45.
45 the same
Good question. Yeah.
He said it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Give a different perspective.
Okay, balance.
Do it.
Step back. Rock back. Load and explode. Another thing that you guys are going to notice, when these guys are leaving the line, the experienced starters and sprinters, the best starters and sprinters that you see, they press their hips forward on that explosion and they bring their chest up. The skaters that leave the line really bent over typically do not have the fastest start. When you're leaving the line and you're loading that front foot, you want to dip your hips down forward, load that foot, and then shoot your hips forward, bring your chest up on the start. Okay? So practice that while you're doing this. One more time for the demonstrators, then we'll have everybody do it. Okay, 45. Balance. Step back. Rock back. Load and explode. Other coaches, anything extra?
I would say one thing. I played one time, Joey Mandy told me one time, basically when you go in, you're only going to have about 8 steps before you go into the corner. And most people, everybody looks straight ahead. And he told me kind of, because it feels weird when you got your feet turned sideways when you're trying to go straight ahead. And he told me just to turn just a little bit to the left like that. And it kind of makes you run that way. You think you're going to run that way, but you go straight. It just helps you line up a little better, even though you're kind of twisted. So maybe try that.
When you guys get to the track also, there's some other reference points that you're going to find on the track. The track is very, very wide. If I'm starting here and I'm going to the corner that way, the corner's over here in the 300, I don't want to start way up here by the rail. That's like an extra 6 steps to get to the corner, just because of how much distance that is. You also don't want to start right down here on the red line so that you cannot get a good angle at that corner. That's about the distance between the starting line to where the first step is.
You guys see right there.
Luckily, first cross, sorry. Luckily, in Colorado, there's this little crack that goes down the starting line. And that's a perfect reference point. I always start basically right on top of that crack. Some people start a little bit to the left, a couple people start a little bit to the right, but I usually start right on top of that crack. The other thing is, we also have another reference point right where the corner starts. There's this dark patch in the corner. It's another good reference point. If I can leave where that crack is, I can run straight to it, and it always works the same. I always set this foot right on that dark patch, and that puts me right into my first cross. The first cross takes me down towards the red line. If you start too close to the red line, your first cross will take you on top of the red line. All right? Another mistake. By the time you get to this point, from there, the bank is starting. Once you get to where this dark patch is, if you don't start crossing down, you're running uphill, which is not fast. That will slow your time down. Don't run too far up the hill. Make sure you cross in earlier.
What explain about the pillows or little pads they have on the track in the bottom?
Yeah, you'll notice when you get there, we don't have pylons there like we have indoors. they have these little strips, these sponge strips.
Look like newspapers.
Yeah, and they're on the inside of the track to make sure that you don't go on the inside of the track. Don't step on those, you will fall down. Okay, any other input, any other questions on the 300-meter start before we have everybody try it? Nope. Oh. What's that? Yes, spread out so you guys have plenty of room. Okay, balance. Don't be afraid of the deep end. Step back. Rock back. Load and explode.
Try to act like you guys are skating on for the wheel.
I got so much defense time for you. Okay, everybody should get 45. We're started. Okay, balance. Step back. Rock back. Load and explode. Think of your weight a lot before you do your weight transfer. Weight transfer is that rock back. Okay? When you start out and you get your balance, the majority of your weight is on that front foot, right about the ball of your foot area, not so much on your heel. Okay? When I get in that position and I have to step back, when I step back, the majority of my weight is on that front foot. I can virtually stay balanced on that and take my back foot up. Okay? The weight transfer is on the rock back. When you bring all your weight back, now it's all back here. Maybe you have 20% of your weight on your front foot now. Okay? If you do not get your weight on that front foot correctly when you start, you're setting yourself up to be rolling back and forth on this foot. You're setting yourself up not to get a good weight transfer back here also. Okay? When you take your step back, make sure your balance position is a good balance position with your weight on that front foot. So when you step back, it's comfortable. Don't step back like this. I saw probably about 10 people do this. They step back like this. They took all their weight off on the step back. Don't take the weight off until it's time to rock back. Okay?
The same thing, except that I say a little different, except that I do believe that if you turn your foot, especially off skate, turn your foot a little bit more than 45 degrees when you first try to learn it, it will help you avoid going to the front. I say you should keep your weight from the ball foot to the heel, okay? Mainly because of the fact that if I have to turn a little more, it helps me right now to be able to lean back without moving it. What happens a lot in Colorado, the kids have skates on, and they do get to 45 degrees, and then they bring the weight here. For some reason, like Kelly's saying, the weight, all of a sudden, the foot is turning, so I can turn on it. And by the time the person rocks back and they're going to go forward, this foot starts lower. So I always try to tell kids, if you can go a little bit more than 45, and think about that foot, think about when you rock back, when you do the rock back, if you're coming back, which he said also, down here, the same thing, so many guys are not coming back and they're like this, hunched over, they're not arching back, coming back here. But if you turn a little bit more, it may help you, especially when you begin, it may help you to keep that foot balanced and keep it on the ground so that when you come through, that it's stable and you're able to step your beat. Try it, if you can, try it, the main thing, like Kelly said, is this foot has to be stable. If you start moving around, then you start to beat, if you roll across, and if you move back, they're going to stop you. So if you can, just think about that. And also the rock back, remember Kelly saying about the rock backs, you don't rock back stay hunched. You're rocking back to a comfortable position because you want to explode out of here. When you come down here, you're exploding. You exploded out. You're trying to take a big explosive step off that line.
Start, you're pushing off the foot that's front, bringing your back foot through. If you can transfer that thought to this start, it's almost the same thing. And that'll help you with transferring your weight, keeping your